The rivalry between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez has officially exploded, and what was once seen as a professional build-up to their highly anticipated September showdown has taken a shocking turn. The confrontation took place in the middle of an airport, but it was no accident. It's clear now that this fight is about much more than just belts and legacy. Tensions had been brewing between the two for weeks, but no one expected this escalation so soon. Crawford, who had been vocal about his belief that Canelo was overrated and that he planned to expose him in the ring, took things to an entirely new level during a fiery confrontation. In an unprecedented move, he grabbed the Mexican superstar by the collar and shoved him. It was a stunning moment, signaling that Crawford was determined to make a statement well before the actual fight night. This altercation has undoubtedly added an element of drama and intensity to what was already one of the most highly anticipated matchups in boxing. In the aftermath, Crawford's actions revealed just how much more personal this fight has become. Crawford is not just out to win, he's out to humiliate Canelo. In an interview after the altercation, Crawford made it clear that he didn't care about the money or just the title. This was about legacy, and the fight was going to show the world who the true best fighter was. For many, Canelo remains the bigger star in boxing, and he's long been considered the face of the sport. However, Crawford's unrelenting focus and fierce mentality have set him apart from others, and he's shown that he's not afraid to face anyone, no matter their size or power. He's willing to take on the challenge of jumping 2 weight classes to meet Canelo at 168 pounds, something that is seen as a huge risk in the boxing world. Crawford's team, led by coach Brian "Bo-Mac" McIntyre, has been preparing for this moment for months. McIntyre has made it clear that this isn't just another payday for Crawford, it's about proving a point and solidifying his legacy. Crawford's ability to jump 2 weight classes has been called into question by many, but McIntyre and Crawford believe that this will be a fight for the ages. They're determined to show the world that Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter and that he has what it takes to beat Canelo. As the fight draws closer, there's no denying the effect that the tension between the two fighters has had on the boxing community. The news of the altercation has sparked heated debates and made it clear that Crawford has succeeded in getting inside Canelo's head. Canelo, who had previously been focused on his May 2 fight against William Skull in Saudi Arabia, now has to deal with this looming threat. Meanwhile, Crawford and his team have been in full training mode, focused solely on preparing for the showdown in September. His coach, Bo-Mac, has been emphasizing that Crawford's mentality and work ethic are what set him apart from everyone else. This fight is not just about skill, it's about determination, and Crawford has shown time and again that he thrives in the most intense situations. Canelo, who has faced some of the toughest fighters in the sport over his long career, has come under scrutiny in recent years. His battles with fighters like Gennady Golovkin, Dmitry Bivol, and others have tested his limits, and some believe that Canelo is starting to show signs of wear and tear. Despite these challenges, Canelo remains one of the most dangerous and respected boxers in the world, known for his power, defensive skills, and ability to outsmart his opponents. However, Crawford brings a different kind of threat to the table. He is an elite-level boxer with the skills to neutralize Canelo's strengths. Unlike many of Canelo's previous opponents, Crawford has the boxing IQ and movement to avoid getting caught by the Mexican's power shots. He has the ability to switch styles, adjust on the fly, and fight at multiple ranges, which gives him a significant advantage over Canelo. While Crawford may not have the same raw power as Canelo, his skill set and ability to wear opponents down over the course of a fight are what make him dangerous. One of the most intriguing aspects of the fight is Crawford's ability to move up in weight and still be effective. The concern many have is whether he will be able to handle Canelo's power at 168 pounds. Canelo has knocked out countless opponents in his career, and his punching power is legendary. However, Crawford has never been one to shy away from challenges. His confidence is unmatched, and his belief in his own abilities is what sets him apart from many other fighters in the sport. Crawford's team, including McIntyre, has been preparing for every possible scenario. They believe that Canelo's style, although effective, can be broken down over the course of a fight. Crawford is known for his relentless pace, his ability to control the ring, and his surgical approach to breaking down his opponents. His trainer has expressed confidence that Crawford will be able to outbox Canelo and eventually wear him down. Crawford is a fighter who doesn't just beat opponents, he dominates them, and his performance against fighters like Errol Spence Jr. serves as a testament to his ability to rise to the occasion and outclass even the toughest opponents. In contrast, Canelo's recent performances have been met with mixed reactions. His dominant victory over Jermall Charlo, for instance, was overshadowed by Charlo's lack of aggression in the ring. While Canelo clearly outclassed Charlo, the fight left many wondering whether Canelo had become complacent and was starting to coast through his bouts. This isn't to say that Canelo is finished, but the fact that he hasn't faced a truly competitive opponent in quite some time could be a factor when he faces Crawford. Crawford's ability to move up in weight and still perform at an elite level is something that many experts, including former world champion Shawn Porter, have pointed to as a key advantage for him in this fight. Porter, who has been in the ring with Crawford, believes that Crawford's mental toughness and relentlessness will allow him to take on the challenge of facing Canelo. Porter has described Crawford as the most competitive person he's ever met, and that is something that will be crucial when it comes to dealing with Canelo's physicality and power. Another significant advantage for Crawford is his ability to fight in multiple styles. His southpaw stance and ability to switch to orthodox when necessary give him a unique edge, especially against a fighter like Canelo, who has struggled against left-handed opponents in the past. This was evident in Canelo's recent fight against John Ryder, a southpaw who managed to land clean shots on Canelo despite his loss. While Canelo was still able to secure the victory, Ryder's success against Canelo has raised concerns about how Canelo will fare against a world-class fighter like Crawford, who is also a southpaw. Crawford's fight IQ is one of the best in the sport, and his ability to adjust mid-fight is something that makes him so difficult to beat. He knows how to control the pace of a fight, dictate the distance, and take away his opponent's strengths. This is something that many believe will be a problem for Canelo, who has become accustomed to facing opponents who don't possess the same level of boxing intelligence as Crawford. As the fight approaches, the intensity surrounding the rivalry between Crawford and Canelo will only continue to build. Crawford has made it clear that this fight is personal for him, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to prove he's the best fighter in the world. The altercation in the airport was just a taste of what's to come, and fans are eagerly anticipating what promises to be one of the most heated rivalries in recent boxing history. In the end, it's not just about the belts or the money, it's about legacy, and both fighters are determined to make their mark in the history of the sport. For Crawford, this fight represents the ultimate challenge, a chance to prove that he is capable of not just beating Canelo but dominating him. For Canelo, this is about silencing his critics and reaffirming his status as one of the greatest fighters of all time. Whatever the outcome, the fight is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling showdowns in recent memory.